Okay, we're here with Greg Kinder, world famous pianist.
Pianist,
Is it? Pianist.
everybody makes fun of
Pianist. And we're now looking at, we've got the Archie Luxury Collection and we've got the Greg Kinder Collection. And what we've done here is we've got the, in Archie's case, he's got his two favourite pieces. This is just two spur of the moment. There is no wrong or right choices. This is just two of Archie's current favourites, plus his favourite piece that his wife has. And Greg's done the same. He's got his two favourite pieces, plus his wife's favourite piece. So let's just have a look at these fuckers here. So we've, in Archie's case, we've got the Patek Philippe Calatrava, the 5107, which is a, it's a gorgeous, an absolutely gorgeous dress watch, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece there. It's a nice piece. Retail, they're about 30,000 fuckaroonies, so they're an expensive piece. And Archie's second choice is a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date in steel. And
good choice, Archie.
these are about, when they were for sale, they were about the $15,000 mark. And for the ladies' choice, for Mrs. Archie, we've got a Patek Philippe
24.
Patek Philippe 24 4910, and it's a great piece there. It's a wonderful piece, and look, it's a great, it's a lot of money. This is a lot of money. They're about the $15,000 mark, and it's a lot of money for a steel watch with a quartz movement. But it's a Patek.
But check out those diamonds. Women just love them.
Yeah, it is a quality piece there. There is no question of that. It is a quality piece. And so that's the Archie's row. And in the Greg Kinder, the penis.
Pianist.
Pianist.
Pianist. What are we talking about? Okay.
We've got a 14060, the No Date Sapphire Sub, which is just a beautiful piece. And what are these retail? What's a No Date Sub retail for? But
eight and a half.
8.5. And look, second hand. What did you pay? You paid what?
4.7.
4.7. So they're a lot of money, but it's not about, you know, maximizing bang per buck. It's about what pieces you like. So that's a great piece. And we've also got an Explorer 2, which he bought from Archie. White dial. That was about 3.5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I sold it too cheap, Greg. What do you think?
Well, you were selling it anyway, so
Yeah. No. Look, it is what it is. That's a cool piece. And then for the ladies one, which I also sold you too cheap, is a 69174, which is a steel Datejust ladies. With
what's the model? 69174. 69174.
Steel ladies Datejust with white gold bezel, and it's got the beautiful silver dial with Romans. So that's the choices, fuckers. And I just want to ask Greg something there. Greg, the penis, and Archie, we're both married to Asian wives, and the question is, how do you tell your wife you want to buy another watch? What do you do, Greg?
Ah, that's a dilemma.
See, in my case, I don't even tell her what I've bought. I just buy it.
And then tell her.
Well, I don't even tell her I've bought it. I just say, oh, I'm just trialing it.
There are many ways of doing it. If it's a planned purchase, you sort of ease her into it by letting her know, honey, I have got my mind on a specific particular watch that I want to buy, and I've been working hard on it, and you do the right thing. Just keep the harmony in the family. Well, look, my wife's pretty easygoing with that because she knows that about certain things she can realize that you really don't. If you need to get out of those, if you buy smart wisely, you can get out of these watches very easily. They're quality pieces, so they're a good investment in terms of buying anything that's not a house. Or, you know. So you can do that. But on the other hand, the thing is that if you buy a spontaneous timepiece that you bought at the last moment, then you can just tell her about it straight after you've bought it, and if she's not okay with that, you just got to cop a bad mood for about a week. And if she is okay with that, you sort of try and gradually say, look, I've come at this great deal. It was really hard to resist, but you know, I guess that explanation is pretty boring because, you know, it's just very standard.
Greg, I don't fucking tell them anything. You know, if I want to buy something, they're the last to know. I actually announce it on my channel before I tell my wife anything.
Fair enough.
And I can tell you this now. I had a viewer, big hello to Joseph, who flies for America's biggest budget airline. And he said that in his email to me, he said his wife lets him buy pieces and he tries to keep her sweet. Joseph, that's the wrong fucking attitude. You gotta have hand. You just fucking buy what you want and fuck them, you know? That's what I say. The other great thing is, Greg, with your collection, I mean, these women are so uninterested in them. Like a lot of your pieces are so fucking similar, they wouldn't realize you've bought another one.
They probably won't, but then again, they will. I mean, look, she was like the Explorer. The Explorer, she was a little bit surprised. She was surprised at the price. But my wife gets surprised, gets a little bit angry for a little while, if anything, or gets.
Greg, and the whole point in marrying an Asian woman is so that we don't have to put up with fucking whinging bitches, you know?
No, I don't have that. I'm pretty lucky.
No.
She is a very easygoing gal. She's very easygoing. And as long as it's not money thrown away on stupidity, she's pretty happy.
Stupidity like other women?
Like other women, like booze, like cigarettes,
yes,
drugs, and whatever other stupid thing that you're never going to get back.
No.
I mean, you know, for the smokers out there, for instance, you know, a chain smoker smokes 20 cigarettes a day, or $20 a day. Multiply that every day by 365, $7,500, $8,000. You can get 2 Rolex watches for that price.
That's exactly it, Greg, and that's what I keep fucking saying. And I tell you this now, have you had arguments with your wife ever and she brings up your watch collection?
No.
No?
Thankfully, no.
I must admit, Greg, I will share this with the channel. I've had a few fights with the wife. Money's been very tight. And she's actually said to me, you spend all your money on watches.
Right. Okay.
And I said to her, I said, you know, I fucking sacrificed everything for you. I said, you know, because Archie had 2 kids from a previous marriage, and I said to her, I said, look, I really do love the new kids, but I had them because you wanted them. I've sacrificed everything for you.
Yes, that's a fair point.
And I said to her...
But how does she bring it up? How does she bring out the argument that you spent all the money, or you spent too much money, or what are you
when we don't have money for food or groceries, Greg?
Fair enough.
You know, when things are a bit tight, and she's, you know, Greg, I tell you now, I mean, look, I tell you this now, the Archie channel, it's been a hard struggle on the Archie bus here. Yeah. I had to buy an expensive trampoline this year, which we bought, but, you know, that put a lot of pressure on the personal finances.
Yes.
And, I tell you the truth.
You kept the missus happy for a while, didn't you, with that purchase?
Yeah, no, we did, but I'm just saying, you know, I've just said to her, you know, at the end of the day, Greg, I want to make this clear to all the viewers there. I've said to them, if you don't fucking like it, get your fucking ass out of the house.
Well, if you have a whinging bitch in the house that whinges about everything, then the watch purchase is going to be
I-
only one of the small
Look,
purposes.
I just don't even discuss it with her. She's seen me buy watches and sell watches. I say, oh look, it's just a business transaction.
Yeah, that's it. But look, if you've got a whingy wife, watches are not going to be the only thing that she's going to whinge about. If she's a whinging bitch, you should question you should question your existence with her anyway. I mean, buy
That's
a
exactly
watch
it.
if they expect you to just work like a dog and just be an ideal father and be listening to every single thing that she says without having anything out of your life. Well, then that's being pretty selfish. My wife says, "Look, we're working hard, putting money aside. I'm not exactly mortgaging the house to buy those watches. If I can do it, it's a bit crazy. If I've got a bit of extra money from extra teaching, extra work, extra concerts, that's my little reward. I could spend it on something I'm never going to see again. Spend it
Yes.
on lavish restaurants or expensive suits or so. I don't do that. This is what gives me the pleasure.
Greg,
It's
I
buying
agree
something.
with you. So that's the collection there, Greg. So dealing with the wife, I don't say anything. I don't need to fucking justify anything to fucking anyone. If they don't fucking like it, don't let the door hit their ass on the way out. That's what I say.
Well,
Not-
you can
know?
also say, but sweetheart, you've got to look at that black little shiny diamond Patek there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I haven't spent money on you too.
No.
And don't tell me, if you're so worried about that, why don't you sell your pieces first?
That's a good point, Greg. So there we go. I just want to give this video out for dealing with nasty bitches in the bedroom. And once Asian, never Caucasian, isn't it?
In our situation, yes, definitely.
Never again. Those nasty bitches. It's nasty. So there you go. See you later, fuckers.